watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch real close. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning, hear what I say, but watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world. Watch real close, and when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Great piece of paper right now.
Try that again. Let's do that again.
Okay, we're gonna try that again.
Yeah, now we've got actually audio.
Now we have audio. Yay, Tech Mic is working. And it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Magnificent Minis with my gray piece of paper. There he is, my lovely
I'm not
husband
gray,
Mike.
I'm purple. Which today I had people in American slang language talking about my shirt. Did you get that message?
No.
Yeah, they were really talking about my shirt in American slang language, and they were kind of laughing and looking at me. I'm like, what's going on?
What does it mean?
Oh, they said I had the best colored shirt of the whole conference.
Oh, okay. And so we have a lot going on today. You guys are going to get all kinds of things. We're going to be painting the Flower Witch. We are going to be molding Cat Leanne's badge for the base for her miniature, which I'm doing as a commission. And Check this out. Oh, now you need to do the other thing. I don't know why we were looking at my gray piece of paper again. Everlasting Wet Palette Painter Set. This is the small one. Came today from Redgrass Games. They are a channel sponsor. And yes, nobody better remind me that I need to put them down as my sponsors because I'm still waiting on them to send me their logo. So, all right, and it says tested and approved by pro painters. One of them was me. So it says a must-have for miniature painters. I'm going to be hopefully having these in the future at my workshop. So if you're taking my workshop at Gen Con or Nova, I'm really hoping everybody will be able to try this out on your own. I can't guarantee I'll one day be able to sell them directly to you, but at least you'd be able to give it a test drive. So let's, yeah, you backed that too. I'm hoping to get, so I backed, sorry for all the crackling, I backed at the studio level. So studio,
Oh, I see now.
what?
My setting's been messed with. Now it's fixed.
Mike's settings been messed
Yeah,
with.
you had the stream playing over here, so it was playing the stream also.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So
Sorry, guys.
Mike got a new monitor over the weekend, and I got his old monitor. But that means that the new monitor does not have speakers. So that means I cannot hear your alerts or my own music or anything. So Mike's got some sort of playlist playing in the background, or he will have one. And that's hopefully gonna keep me from hearing all the crickets.
Hey, Toligar. Thank you for the donation, $5.
Thank you so much, Toligar 777. I really appreciate it. Amber says, so that's why I suspect that nobody means me. It does mean you. Since you said it, I'm going to point you out and call you out. It does mean you. All right, let's do a quick look at the let's look at the overhead cam right here. Let's zoom in a little tiny bit. I don't like to see the edges. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Boop. Stop.
Don't move the camera.
I didn't move it. A little bit. I'm going to move it just a little bit that way. There we go. But we still have a white edge. So these are the super cool painter size Everlasting Wet Palette Hydration paper sheets. And I think it comes, I don't know how many it comes with, but these were so awesome. So I've got 2 packs of these from Redgrass Games. And I've got 2.
Thanks, Glacier Eyes.
Yay, Glacier Eyes. I got to write your name down. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Mike's going to pay attention to chat so that way I don't miss anybody's stuff. Let's see, subscribers. By the way, I don't know if you guys caught one bad thing and one good thing. Nikki Cole's really good thing got partnered today. Bad thing, Rainer72 did not. So if you guys can follow Rainer72 and give him some support, he really needs it. Even if, so he might be taking a little bit of a chill from trying to rush for partner for a while. He's been rejected twice now, or 3 times, I'm not sure. But he really still wants it. So we still as a community can pull together and help him out. So I'm really happy for Nikki, but I'm bummed for my buddy Rainer. So, especially because he's worked so hard. He's hit all the numbers. He's done everything. I don't know what their criteria is, but all right. So we're gonna give this to Glacier Eyes to be my first subscriber of the day. And 2 months in a row, I've been subbing for a while. So maybe Twitch is weird. I'm not sure. They've been having a weird time with the hosts too. Like when I went to host somebody, it said like 8 people, but I know it was like a host of 40. So.
No, Amerdon, Twitch does not give a reason when you do not get partnership.
Nope, they don't. And sometimes it's just a lame form letter. And, try again in 3 weeks or whatever is sometimes all they say. So it stinks. So Inlamuna says they supposedly reformulated the hydration paper. Yeah, they've done so many changes. They've really, they've got their own little symbol in their hydration foam. Long-lasting, naturally mold-resistant neutral gray. I like that. All right, here's the final. So you guys saw me use this before. It was the prototype. this, let's see if I can, let's zoom out just a little bit. I'm sorry to hassle you again. Mike's trying to eat while we're doing this, so we're gonna troll him a little bit. I'm gonna slip this little nice, I want them to see the whole pad. Yeah, this is the nice elastic band that it comes with. And here's the lovely artist palette. And it has, it's got this nice rubber thing in the lip. I don't think the first one did. That helps keep this seal tight. Here's the part that we put and it's got these lovely, I actually was one of the people who suggested they do this, so that way I can sit that down on top. And then we can put one of these foams in here. Oh, well, thank you so much anyway, Glacier Eyes. Your subscription is really appreciated. No matter what Twitch says, how long you've been doing it, I recognize it. Now I gotta figure out how to open this without scissors. Let me see here. Painting Pigment Miniature says, I made it, yay, for not sleeping through. Yay, I'm so glad you made it too. Our favorite Aussie made it. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
No, you're not Aussie, you can't say it. All right, I'm throwing that away. So here we go, the beautiful hydration foam. We'll add some water. Should I add? I should probably add distilled water because I've got some. Right back. Let me grab my distilled. Hopefully I won't knock too many things down getting the water down.
You don't knock things down.
I knock them all down.
You are not clumsy.
Wait, you're looking at getting one? Amberden says they've updated the website to show the pallets are actually en route. The US ones are on a ship, and the European pallets are coming by train, which is supposed to be faster. Yep, she says, oi, oi, oi. Awesome. All right, let me pour some of this in here.
Strokes of Chaos wants to know how you like the new setup.
I love it. It's such a great workflow. Not even tell you how great it is. There we go. We're gonna add some of that water. Should be enough. Might actually need a little bit more. All right, see? Flip it over just a little bit. All right, that's probably good. That's probably more water than I need. I was hoping that the little sponge would soak it up a little bit more, but it's perfect. All right, I have a pipette I can soak some of the water out with here. Good. And I'll put this in my little water jar. How handy. All right. That's good. That's perfect. Is my hair doing better? No, it is not, and you will not be seeing it, and that is a sore subject. I had a terrible day, guys. Yes, it was Monday. I got my hair cut. You can see like how much of it's been hacked off. And the cut that I got, it's okay for a soccer mom. All right? No offense to you soccer moms out there if you're listening, but it's just not me. Oh, look at that. Did you guys see? No, Mike, put it on the thing. Look at how you gotta flip it a little bit because.
Gotta flip it and then reverse it?
But if we get the edges, it won't flip. But look at how beautiful that lays on the sponge without any bubbles. Let me try flipping it over and see what happens here. Yes.
Like magic.
Right. Anyway. Yes, beautiful. Lovely,
no,
lovely.
she is definitely not a soccer mom, Diomedes.
Yeah, I'm not a soccer mom. Anyway, my hair is so basic right now. I can't even. The irony of that comment. I've got an appointment with a colorist in like mid-June, and we're gonna do some pink and blonde balayage, if you ever heard that word. Baylage. You can go look it up. Baylage, Baylage. And so yeah, there we go. That's our Redgrass Games palette. I'm so excited about this, guys.
Artie Wolf says, new nails. We can talk about those, not the hair.
Yes, let's talk about the nails because look at how awesome. No, Mike.
Jeez. Micromanage me.
Look at they're Shoshie colored.
What?
And also they have the cat's eye effect, so they do. See how the pink goes? There, you see it better in the thumbs. There we go.
Ember Don is also wanting to know if you have suggestions for how to paint bricks. His first 2 attempts were too orange and way too brown.
Bricks. Good question. I think I would start bricks with a very matte colored, like brick color. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Probably like a red leather. This is a real matte color, right? And it's dark, and you start out with that, and then I might put some weathering powder on it, some little bit of dusty, rusty weathering powder.
Painting Cricks, Jade Mermaid, thanks for the subscriptions.
Jade Mermaid, thank you so much. Hold on, let me write their name down too.
Jade Mermaid.
Oh, Jade.
I said
Jade
I didn't see the M the first time I saw it.
All right, let's move this.
Sorry, my bad.
I like that, Mermaid.
And Painting Cricks.
And Painting Cricks.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Face Your Eyes says your nails are dope.
Aw, thank you.
But Pigment Painting Miniatures says that you should get a Chaos Hawk cut and be super rad alt mode.
Oh man, I don't know if I could deal with that either though. Oh, one thing I have to show you guys. Watch this. This is the Wavy. Oh, you can't see it. It's so crazy bright. Mike's gonna turn the whiteness down.
It's set for when you're actually doing colors, so I'd rather not mess with it.
Okay.
Do your face cam.
All right. So, well, no, I can't. You have to put it down. Because look, this is what it does. Click. It has magnets on the sides of the palette and the sides of the Wavy itself. The original Wavy that I tried was just the prototype, so it was like 3D printed and painted, and it wasn't really good. But this one goes on this side, so it clicks to all 3 sides. It has magnets, so you could get extra Wavies if you wanted and put it one on each of the 3 sides. But I love this. And one other thing that's kind of nifty about the Wavy is look at this. It acts as a little bit of a brush holder also because of it's the Wavy. There, you can do it like that too. See, and it doesn't roll off like that as well. Doesn't work as well that way, but it seems to do well diagonal and like that. So I'm excited. All right, we have things to paint, but before we do that, I'm gonna set this aside. We're gonna set it, I'll just set it right here. And we're gonna work on Kat Leanne's badge, which is super cool because I've never done this on camera or at all. So this is the badge mold that she sent me, and she made this with, oh my gosh, what's the name of the material? It's, shoot. Somebody knows, one of you guys knows the name of this material. It's basically like little plastic beads. You throw them in hot water. They all glom together into a blob, and then you can mold them into other stuff. And that's what we use for this. So we're gonna make a paper cast molding with it. Palette looks great. Can't wait to get mine. Oh, good. Yay. Okay. Where is my paper clay? This is it, Creative Paper Clay. And I've also used this for base building and different things. It does air dry, so I will probably need to put it in a baggie at some point. So non-toxic and acid-free, air hardens, lightweight and durable, dries in 1 to 3 days, depending on thickness of the project, can be painted. That's the important part with any type of paint. Very small amount of water may be needed into it if it becomes dry as you are modeling with it. Keep unused portion in an airtight plastic bag. Pieces may shrink slightly. Okay, that's good to know. As they air dry hard, fill any cracks or seams that develop into drying with a bit of fresh material. Seal with a varnish to protect your pieces. All right.
Did they send you that palette because they're a sponsor already? Because other people haven't gotten
Yes,
it yet.
they did. They specifically mailed it like over, I don't know if they overnighted it to me, but it did get to me ultra fast because they mailed it directly to me. It wasn't sent through their shipping thing. And yes, it is because I'm a sponsor. It's kind of probably to help them get out more hype about it, you know? Plus to let people know that I'm going to be, you know, this is, you know, one way you know that what you're getting is going to be awesome, right? Also to, you know, make people more excited about it. All right, so this is the paper clay. Check this out. You can tell it's got like little fibers. It feels kind of like Play-Doh, kind of cool. And I'm going to put some gloves on so I don't get crust under my lovely nails.
Definitely no crusties on the nails.
No. I have latex gloves because I didn't have time to get out my, what is that other kind of material? It's not latex, it's
Rubber?
no,
Vinyl?
nitrile gloves.
Nitro gloves.
Not nitro, nitrile. Oyumaru, thank you. Give Enlamunas 5 points
Why?
because he guessed what this material that made this mold is made of. Escuthoridis. How do I say that name, Mike? Escuthoridis?
Scout Horridus.
Scout Horridus. Thank you so much for the sub.
Woo!
We're gonna write your name down.
Thank you.
Skout. Or HOURI. Yeah, yes. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Hypes to you. That was really good. You had it the first time. See, I had it right. What did I say? I said
I don't remember.
Escuthoridis. I think that's what I said.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna press this and see what happens.
Hello, Listy 14 or Listle 14.
List-
Listle like the thistle and the whistle.
Yeah, Mike. All right, so I'm gonna try to make this mostly flat. Hopefully we get all the, let's see if it's going into all the crevices already. Try to make
Hammer
it.
Down suggests maybe coating the mold with some kind of release agent.
I don't think it's gonna need it. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think I have a release agent, honestly. That's a good idea though. Maybe like a little olive oil. That's about all I have. I think I need to make the actual badge a little bit thicker.
Oyumaru is the material.
Oyumaru, yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad press, but I think the idea of maybe putting a little, what would you suggest? A little olive oil maybe?
Once it dries, it'll peel off according to Luminous.
Oh, yeah, let's just let it dry in the mold, you think?
Yeah, because the mold is kind of rubberized, right?
Yeah, it's completely,
Yeah.
So if we put a little bit more, you make it a little thicker. Oyumaru, if you look it up, it's really cool. I think I have some down here somewhere. Right, let's make a nice paper cast.
Bathorn Ilian says that whoever said sketch style was quick and easy should have their brushes broken.
Sketch style is just another name for grisaille. If you look up that term, it is a Renaissance technique of underpainting. That's all it is. And yeah, I wouldn't call it fast. It's just different, right?
You need some hard and flat to put on there.
I need something hard and flat. What do you mean? Like, oh, on this?
Yeah.
What did I use?
Where's your
What about the top of my palette? That one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The porcelain.
The porcelain one. Yeah, I think it's over here. It is. I got it.
Good.
Okay. That's probably gonna do it. Now, let's see what happens if I... No, we'll leave it. We'll let it dry. But
Patience.
You got to see me start it anyway. If I can peel it off that. There we go. Yes. Now it'll be really easy to cut. Make sure it's getting into the spots like it needs to be. All right. Pressing on the back will help compress it in the mold and get the details. That is a good idea.
That's what you were just doing.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm doing it some more here, just in case. I feel like there's a little bubble right there that might just be for mold. We can always add a little something. We can add maybe some green stuff to it once it cures. Let's see. I think I need something else flat to make it a little bit flatter. Let's try a little bit of the Redgrass Games box. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit and air dry, like air dry clay. Peel this off. There we go. All right, we're gonna let that sit. It'll take hours, so we won't be able to see it on stream. Maybe next week, maybe a couple days from now, we'll be ready.
Friday.
Friday. All right, now we're set. We've got our palette ready. Lovely palette right over here. We've got the Wavy right there. I'm not gonna put the Wavy on camera because it will be too bright. And we have Flower Witch. Oh, my hands are all dry now. Gross. That's why I wear gloves, because I'm very tactile. This is why I could never take ceramics or do any kind of sculpting when I was in school, because I cannot stand to have my fingers feel dry.
Do you mean Shoshie's new computer Diomedes?
Yes, we have it all together.
It's done, it's built.
It's done. All I have to do is I have to download like Skype and Google Drive and Dropbox and stuff like that and get that all ready, and then we're gonna transfer the old stuff over, right? There we go. All right, let's look at her. See, I did go ahead and paint some of this off stream. Not a lot of it, but I think it needs to be repurpled. I think because I made her bodice and everything very gray. A little too gray for my taste, so I'm gonna find some lavender. Hold on.
Esgaradom just subscribed 4 months in a row.
Wow.
Tier 3.
You were awesome, Esgaradom. 4 months. Barrbom. Yay. That's 5 of you guys. You were awesome. Thank you. Wait, somebody says, Protomaker, if you don't mind me asking, what's the approximate cost of the components? Oh, geez. Of mine?
Not counting monitor and keyboards. It was like $600 or $700 US.
And now we use entirely subscription money and all the donations and stuff that you guys have given me. So I just want a huge thank you to everybody who's been subscribing. You made that happen. Thank you, and pat yourselves on the back, because that's something I couldn't have done. I mean, I could have done it, but it would have taken me forever. Because it would have been out of commission money. So, all right, I'm looking for a lilac, but I don't, hang on. It's the azure, there it is, Brain Eater Azure is what I was looking for. So let's see how this does on the palette, because this is already a very, it's already pretty thin. So I don't know. I'm just gonna put a little drop of this on the palette and see it's starting to spread. Oh, not too bad. We'll just do a little bit and see. We'll be able to go a long way with that small bit. And I've been really loving my broken toed brushes that I've gotten.
Hello, Cheddar Monkey.
Yay, Cheddar Monkey, hello.
And Almost Zab around for the stream.
Hey. Hey, Almost Zab. All right, I had, hang on. There we go. Well, I cannot find the exact broken toed brush that I wanted to use, so I'm going to use this Red Grass Games brush. It's a number 2. This is a prototype, so this is not her final version. And I talked to her about it because she wanted me to get my opinion on it. And I told her, I said I felt like the brush was a little too flexible. It needs to be a little bit more stiff. So there, she agreed, and she said they were going to work on that. But for now, it'll be perfect because we're going to be doing just some coloring here with this purple. Oh, that's lovely. And okay, so this palette is very wet, so that means paint is already thin, so I don't have a long time to get this going. But look at how nice that blends.
No, Geeky Girl Games, it's possible to have too many games. Actually, it's not so much about too many games, it's about too many game nights.
Well, yeah, not enough time.
Yeah.
So speaking of game nights, oh man, I am going to be playing in a new Starfinder campaign of Mike's. And he came up with this really cool idea. I did finally read that, by the way, Mike.
Yeah.
You want to tell them about the scenario that we're beginning in?
Well, so the players, as they've been working on character concepts, seem to all be around like mechanics and stuff. So
mechanics, pilots.
Yeah.
You know.
Like biotech. One guy wanted to do like biotech kind of technology stuff as a mechanic and things like repairing and installing, that kind of thing. So I started, building from that as to, what the theme was going to be and stuff. They also knew that they wanted to be like pirates or rebels, something along those lines. So what I've put together so far is that they're in a solar system that is pretty much controlled by corporations and famous people, actors, athletes, geniuses, those kinds of people, as well as the corporations and the such. And then they pretty much have all the power in the solar system. There are governments that they tend to be planetary or at continental level, but also there's local governments too. And then the only solar system-wide government force is essentially like the UN kind of a thing. So it doesn't have its own military, but its military kind of comes from all the different governments that are involved. So, but anyway, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be a crew within a larger organization that essentially acts as a charity to
help give medical aid to people who
can't afford it.
Right?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Doctors Without Borders with a military or security detail. Yeah, so.
By the way, meanwhile, I've mixed 2 of my flat colors instead of this azure to make almost a similar color. I'm using the violet, scale 75 violet, which is 56, and a little bit, oh my gosh, a little bit of Arctic blue, which is scale 75 5. And I'm just going, see, we've already got a very desaturated grayish purple over that, and when we lay that purple down on top of it, it just pops. So that's gonna look really nice. Her moonlight dress. Somebody tell you what the palette is. The palette.
It's been answered twice already.
Oh, has it? Oh, thank you guys for answering that.
I'll give Lamunas 5 points.
Yes, good. We appreciate you guys. I've got such a helpful chat. I think that's partially because I've been training you guys by giving you points whenever you're helpful. It does really work. All right, see how I'm pulling that? Oh, I'm in the thing, Mike. You didn't tell me I was away from.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, I'm gonna let her have some space to work.
I appreciate that too. And at this moment, I'm not trying to get super, super, super smooth because I'm just trying to lay my colors in there. And if I do it in such a way as it's all the same, it will look like I did it on purpose, which is another way of making your mistakes look good. Now I'm mixing some of this original azure with this new purple that I've made, this new lilac. I'm gonna go back over here because I really hate this blue that I made that I don't like. Make that a bright lilac. I kind of dig this music that Mike's got going. Maybe I should...
Well, they can't hear it.
You can't hear it, but I think it's making a difference for me. So it kind of hurts my YouTube, whatever. Maybe that's not a big deal, except for I don't know if YouTube would censor me or not, but I'm seriously thinking about doing either not song requests, but doing some other kind of playlist so that you guys can hear something other than this kind of metal stuff that I bought, which is, it's great, but it's just kind of, it gets repetitive, right? And I'd like to be able to listen to something with you guys as well. See how that's more reddish the further we get down? I like that.
According to Cheddar Monkey, YouTube is a butt.
YouTube is a butt. Palette thingy is a thingy you paint. I like how he explains it. You control the amount. So not only the palette does that, you control the amount you mix, but it keeps it wet, and you can mix small amounts and keep them from drying out. And so if you live in Australia, this is gonna be a game changer for you. You still are gonna need to spritz it every now and then with a little water, but it's a heck of a lot better than how fast stuff will dry on your brush, from what I've been told in Australia. Tell me if I'm right. Let's see. Wait, somebody said something about the color of the dress. Diomedes says, I have the same color dress, but you make it look better. Ah.
Diomedes once says that instead of music, they should listen to me sing.
Oh, are you sure about that?
You asking them if they're sure, or me if they're sure?
I'm asking them if they're sure about that. I don't think they know what they're asking for. You know, I'll tell you guys, I loved Mike singing when I started dating him too. You know, you should see the look. It's one of those things.
Is that a backwards compliment?
It is.
It is. Yeah.
But I still love it. It's just.
Jeez, Artie Wolf, that's harsh.
What'd he say?
He says he doesn't want me to sing because it's worse than cats.
Wow.
No, meow.
Oh, maybe he meant the musical. Like, it was better than Cats. Haven't you seen that?
Yeah. Well, and we're done. I have. I don't think this is what you're asking, but like Obaka TV is one of the Twitch streamers we like.
Yeah, we love him.
He's a German techno DJ.
Yeah.
And I've
house
DJ. But I've had his music playing just loud enough that it covers Shoshie's music when I'm at work, so I can hear her talk, but I hear music from Obaka because it's pretty good music.
Mm-hmm. I should ask him to send me a playlist, or a mixtape or something. I don't know if that's what they call it when it's digitized. I bet he would. I'm sending him, I'm painting if you guys haven't seen this yet, hold on, I'm gonna take my mic off for 1 second. I'm gonna put that there.
They're not going anywhere.
We're gonna take a quick show and tell break to show everybody what I've been working on. Where did my water jug go? There it is. So I did show these off already Monday, so if you were here on Monday, you'll recognize these. But I've been painting, and here we got Gut Rot Spoon from GW. Ta-da, he's so cool looking. I'll put it in the middle right there. Look at that. I did find the base. I thought I'd lost the base, but I did find it. But I still have to paint that. Looks good. I think I might throw another skull on there somewhere. There he goes. He's in the Typical GW world. Then I also have this guy who's going to be painted. He's a GW figure. I probably won't paint him on stream. I've been really enjoying my me time and getting to paint some stuff for myself. And the commissions especially, I feel like they're so much better when I paint them off stream. Then there is, and Painting Crick says, the sponge and paper used in my palette different than used in a regular wet palette. Absolutely. It's nothing, I mean, it's the best I've ever used. The sponge itself is antimicrobial, so a regular wet palette is not. It's just like a ShamWow type kind of, you know, sponge that you can get. And the paper, the palette paper that you get in a regular wet palette is not intended for miniature paint, so it's not fine. It's intended for heavy body acrylics, and you know, by the time you use it with the fine, whatchamacallit, the miniature paints are so much finer ground. You can already see it's starting to go through even this palette a little bit. Let me see actually if it's going through the sponge at all. Oh my gosh, it's not. So that's really good. With the regular wet palette, you have to treat the paper, you have to do all this prep so that it won't go through the paper, and fibers will start coming up eventually. All right, this is another piece that I'm working on. This is called Hood and Fang. This is Hood, and you can see she's this bootylicious Red Riding Hood. There's her booty, and she's got a basket and a knife, and she is being grabbed by Fang, and she's gonna stab him. And he is wearing like a ripped up granny outfit, and he's got OSL from the different pumpkins, and I've not painted the back still yet, but he's gonna be having really cool lighting effects from these pumpkins that are all around. I'm really excited to paint him and her. She actually has this cool, of course, Red Riding Hood cloak. I think it goes like this. Yeah, it goes like this. She's like an elf, so she's got elf ears. That looks so awesome. Loving the pumpkin. Awesome. The Masterson stuff lets stuff through, and that means a more colorful sponge. Absolutely. And then this girl, look at her. This is the Halloween white speaker, and I'm so excited about her. She's pretty much done. I've got to do a little bit more smoothing on her because I did some really fast, quick up blends. Yellow is a tricky color to blend, but I think if I spend a little bit more time on her, she'll look amazing. But I got my colors down. That's a really good work in progress. And obviously I've got to finish this knife. That knife is not done either. And I'll do that in a metallic metal. So, yay, white speaker. Who makes the Hood mini? It's by Grebo Games, and it started out as a Kickstarter. So I'm pretty sure it's a limited edition collector's set, but you might be able to get some later. I'm not 100% how that works. You need to get some Bondic. Yes, you do. Pigment painting miniatures. It's amazing. I think you can get it through Amazon. You can go down on my profile page, and there is a list of stuff Shoshie recommends. Anyway, there is Deadpool, and we're going to be doing this as a special surprise for our friend Obaka TV, he dresses as Deadpool and does all kinds of cool DJ stuff in his channel, which you should follow him. He's awesome. And that's it for commissions for. Oh wait, I forgot this. This is of course really important. We have Kat's detective. You guys saw the badge. That's gonna be the base for this, and then there is a little bit little coat she's gonna be standing next to, and I'm guessing we'll make it look like maybe we should do it on this side because her hair is blowing that way, and that'll give it some movement as well. Oh, cool. This will be the third Pinup Night Detective that I've ever done. It'll be the most personalized one because this one's going to be very personalized to Kat. She is a police officer or a detective of some kind, and so It's really important for her to commemorate that. Hold on one second. I'm going to take off my mic. Where's the birthday dwarf? The birthday dwarf, I've been working on him. I've got him right here. This is going to be a gift for a client. I've been just picking at it recently since you guys saw me start him. The dwarf himself is pretty much done. I've got the back. I think I could probably stand to put a few more edge highlights on him, but I don't know because you're not really going to be able to see the back part of him once he's on his base. Yeah, no, I won't do that. We'll cheat. Anyway, the cake is close to being done. The casting on the cake is not so great. So I had a little trouble painting that. I'm going to be painting the presents, and there's a little thing of bottles right here. Did I already glue this in? I must have. Yeah, that's actually part of the base already, I think. And then this bit is a shield and present that goes back toward the back. So this is going to be really cute and fun once it's all done. And I cannot say whether I'll be finishing him on stream or not. I'm guessing I probably won't, but I had a really good time painting him the other day, so. Yay, birthday dwarf. Thank you for mentioning that, Artie Wolf. I appreciate that. Left on the left for balance. Oh. Yeah, on the left, absolutely. Damn near impossible to get a pin. The leg joint is too weirdly shaped. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's cute, isn't he? All right, we're getting her bits of color in. Where did my brush go? There it is. So, again, with this, I need like an electric blue, and I don't know quite how to achieve that. Oh, there we go. Maybe I'll have to mix a magenta and a purple together. Let's try it. This is a by All Crimson. It might have enough zip in it to make a brighter purple, I'm hoping. Yeah, maybe. Not sure. Let's see. Try a little bit over here. Nope, it's more of a rose, but I'm not against it. I'm just not quite sure. We'll just put some in. See what happens. Maybe it'll be a happy accident.
Deacon suggests Torques mixed with whites for electric blue.
You know what I think it needs? I think I need to get some P3 out. Hold on one second. I'm going to get the beaten purple and mix a little white with that because that might be a little bit more zippy. Oh. Might work. Alien Purple by Game Air. It's a very nice bright white. Oh shoot, did you guys see that?
Splooch.
Splooch is right. Oh yeah, that's the color. So let's just take a little bit out with my handle and my brush. Yep, that's my color. That's what I was trying to mix. Is exactly that color. All right. You might get singing from Mike. There is lyrics being played right now, and he has an inability to keep from singing when he hears something he likes.
Lose yourself to dance.
No.
Lose yourself to dance.
Okay, yes.
King, thanks for the follow.
King, thank you so much. Let's do new followers. Do we have any other new followers? Nope, you're the first.
First new follower for the night. Lots of subscribers, but first new follower.
And I'm writing it right this time. In the past, I've written new followers. Jaeking. Ooh, that's a 1. There we go. Okay, so this is the exact right purple. It's this alien purple. It's really intense and what I would consider a hot color. In fact, I'm gonna have to go back and use some of this on my wolf from Hood and Fang. This is exactly the color I wanted. And because it's a game air color, it will not dry chalky on me because it will dry more satin.
Robbie K 1000.
You got any
Thank you for
follow?
the follower.
Yay. Robbie K 1000. Here we go.
Holler, faller. I'm how to be a troller.
Here we go. Mike's a trawler. Okay, that is the perfect color. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit up here before I forget, because I know I'm gonna forget this color. That's beautiful.
Wrong.
What?
That's pretty.
That's pretty. That's pretty. There, I love it. Now, we may need to go, because this is in the moonlight, technically, may need to go back and put even higher highlights, diffusing things out even more. But for now, we'll just leave it. Putting it only on these eye highlights, and that's it. That way the desaturated part kind of sits back. But I want the desaturated bits to sit back. Saturated comes forward, desaturated sits back.
Colonel Xander with a subscribe for the
Yay.
second month in a row.
Colonel Xander, thank you so much. This is awesome.
Subscribers rock.
Yeah, you guys are kicking it. Colonel. Xander.
There's a D in there.
There, I stuck it in there. Baking says that the piece you're currently painting is stunning. The purples are awesome. Thank you. Check this out. So, in fact, I want to go back.
Matches my shirt.
I'm going to go back and paint because this we did some pieces of luminous metallic, but it just wasn't quite working. And now, now that I have this purple, I can get that intense color that I was wanting. This is what I wanted originally.
Deacon wants to know if he can still subscribe with ketchup chips.
Sure.
Negative.
You still haven't sent me in the first place.
Oh.
I need some Canadian chocolate too. There we go, that's pretty. I love that. Oh yeah. That's what I was going for. You know, something looks in your mind and it doesn't feel right until you can get it. I finally got it. And now it feels right. This is the piece that is going to go on the back of her hair. That's why it was so important to get that color right. And I may still go back in and put some shimmering color on it, but it needs to be this purple underneath no matter what. Otherwise it's not going to look right in my mind.
Deacon said the U.S. Postal Service must have lost it.
What? Mm-hmm. More like Canadian Postal Service. There we go.
Did I tell you about the Canadian that I've been playing Fortnite with?
Mike plays Fortnite.
Yeah, she says mockingly into the camera.
It's just that the kids at middle school that I sub for say that Fortnite is for little kids. And that's the middle school kids saying that. It's funny.
I only play with adults, and we mock the kids.
He's mean. He like trolls the little kids. He'll be like, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
That was
go
one
to bed."
kid. Because
Yeah.
it was like 11 o'clock at night, and he just would not shut up.
But he might have been on Pacific time. He might have been in Australia.
That's my tag, Protomaker00, because apparently somebody took Protomaker.
Oh.
Really?
That's interesting. That's an odd name to take, too. Look at how pretty that looks up against that dark blue. And just a little bit of the iridescence still coming through it, and it's just right.
People are asking about subscribing with foodstuffs.
Oh.
Because, you know,
We always
so
talk about-
pigment painting could send you stuff from Australia.
Oh my God, don't even start, because listen, pigment painting. I am addicted to Whittaker's Coconut Block. Okay, this is my all-time favorite candy bar in the world. You can get it in New Zealand and Australia. Go to Woolies or Kohl's. So funny. That stuff is my jam. But what else? What else are people saying?
Toronto, somebody was from Toronto.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, Canadian chocolate.
I play on PC. People that are asking about what platform I play Fortnite on.
Ah, yeah.
I play with people that are on console too. In fact, the Canadian that I play with had some friends last night that were on console. PS4.
All right, that's so much better. And look, we've already got sort of that purple going on up here in this tree. I'm just gonna touch it a little bit. Just little spots, just to kind of, there we go. That's enough. Just a smidge. A little bit in the rocks too. By repeating these colors, it will have a very illustrative, is the word I'm looking for, illustrative look to it, because you keep a limited palette. It'll also it'll have that moonlit look as well, like that. All right, that. Now, I did work on my smoke, because I was not liking it, and I still don't like it. It's got, I don't know what's wrong with it, but let me see if it needs purples. Maybe that's what it needs. Maybe. I think that is what it needed. Image of purple, huh? That's what it needed. It's desaturated, saturated over desaturated. Painting, oh, she's on it. She's gonna send me some. Oh my gosh. That is the way Australians can bribe me. We should do a little,
A few of Shoshie's favorite things.
a few, yeah.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Yep. Non-North American chocolate. Actually, Canadian chocolate's pretty good. Non-American chocolate, I should say. This Canadian chocolate's good. That's perfect. Look at that. Smoke. It might be too much blues. What do you guys think? Comments? I think it's working though.
So what's a Tim Tam slab?
A Tim
Tim Tam
Slam.
slam.
Tim Tam
rather.
Slam is when you, I think a Tim Tam Slam is when you have some hot cocoa. I don't think you slam it though. But you have, I think it's hot cocoa, and you've got Tim Tams, and then you slurp the Tim Tam through the cocoa through the Tim Tam, and then you eat the rest of the cookie. I'm not 100%. I just learned what a cheeky Nando was.
What?
A cheeky Nando.
Don't be such a cheeky Nando, mate.
No. That's not quite it, but close.
Managed to say that without getting a dirty look.
Because I was too amused. So yeah, I'm getting distracted by my purples over here. I'm really digging this purple a lot.
As you were correct about your Tim Tam Slam, but you can do it with coffee too.
Oh, yeah. So we did this. I will have to link it to you some point. But I went ahead and got some Tim Tams. We've done several Australian foods videos here in this household.
You're in this household. I like the way you put it.
Because I've had to make, because a lot of the things people have sent me have gluten in them, so I have to make Mike and Sophia try them. So we've had fairy bread. That's
kind of good. It's like poor man's cake.
We've had Vegemite.
Ew.
Which, no, it was, I mean, I don't know, Sophia didn't like it. I even had her try it with the avocado, and she still wasn't into it.
Zab suggested doing the Tim Tam Slam with Bailey's.
Yeah, that sounds yummy. Pretty much anything Australian and alcohol go together, from what I've been told. That's a stereotype, but... Alright, that's too much purple. It's okay. I'm gonna get it. I'm eventually gonna get it, guys. I need to look at something else. This is gonna be one of those things. I don't know. I like it better. I like the purple better.
Yeah, Shoshie can't eat chocolate mint ripple cake pigment.
No.
At least unless it was made with gluten-free flour or something.
Gluten-free, you have to be.
Or pavlova.
Pavlova I can have. In fact, I'm gonna try that when I get to Australia. It's like a meringue, kind of, but it's usually got fruit and different things with it. All right, that whole bird is gonna be fiery colors. We're gonna leave that alone. All right, let's take a look. So those of you guys who haven't seen this mini before, we're gonna show you how she's gonna look. She's gonna be basically...
You good if I step away for a second?
Yeah, she's gonna be sitting on this tree like this. Just like that. The bird is, this piece gets attached right there. Kind of hard until I get it all bent. And then that is gonna go there. Cool. And then she's gonna be holding onto the swinging incense. There's so many pieces. Have I had chocolate mint ripple cake? No. Pavlova I'm going to have. Not cake? I have not. You're gonna have to tell me about this. Sounds amazing. Mike's not a fan of mint and chocolate. I am. However, it seems like when anybody ships mint and chocolate together, the chocolate takes on the taste of the mint forever. There we go. There's the swinging incense burner, and then this thing will be behind her hair. So it's gonna look amazing when we get done. Lots of pieces. I'm thinking I need to switch to the P3 because there is something about these paints that is bugging me. So let me go grab my P3s. Give me 1 second. I think they're all across the room. Bear with me. This is what I used on her legs with P3, and that looks good. Okay, I got all my P3s. Those of you guys who know me know I call my P3s easy mode. Actually, Mike, can you help me shift this whole thing over so that I don't have to move stuff?
You're ready to put it there.
I got it. All right. Let me get out that beaten purple because that's what I need. There we go. Oh, that's right. All right. Look at that. That is pretty. And we're gonna get some umber up in there. Like that color. This color looks so good when you mix some purples with it. Now this will grow great on a wet palette.
Artie Wolf says a stretch, which you've kind of begun up and doing.
Oh yeah, I've been
stretching. Hydrate.
We will do both. Hold on 1 second. Let me put this on my palette. So you can see that. All right. A little bit of purple. I shouldn't have put that. Guys, don't do what I just did. I stuck my brush right into the paint, and that will accumulate in the ferrule, and then it will start to split your brush. So here's what you should do. You should take a little bit like this and put that on. Beaten purple has a lot of red in it. So I keep dropping my paper towels on the floor, so I keep getting new ones, and then I have more paper towels on the floor.
Good evening, Cosmos BC.
Hey, Cosmos. So now that we've finished talking about food, I'm getting coffee. Yes, we talk about food a lot on this channel. Speaking, I do have a little bit of, this isn't exactly hydrating, it's soda, but it's better than nothing. Okay, let's just do a glaze of beaten purple and mixed with this other purple. I'm gonna make it more pinkish. Put it up here. So pretty. Warm colors come forward and cool colors recede. So when I start adding this reddish beaten purple to it, it's gonna make it more vibrant. Capiche? Go. Like that. So anybody who is in Germany this week, there is a thing going on in Spandau. Did you know about this, Mike? Paint-A-Palooza. Matt Sexwish and Ben Kometz are doing a amazing painting thing in the Citadel in Spandau.
Cool.
I'm so jealous.
Modernized Psycho, thanks for the follow.
Woohoo! Let's write your name down. Okay. Modernized Psycho. With a capital P. Welcome. You are our third follower of today, and we are painting the Flower Witch from Ether Fields, which is, if you guys have heard of Awaken Realms, I think they might be the same company, or at least they're hyping each other. Here we go. A little bit of pink here too. Let's do blue. I keep going back over colors I thought I finished because I'm like, thought it was going to go one way and then it's going to go another way, but that's okay. Just got to make sure to go back and paint everything. New follower! Yay! We are always happy to have new followers. And if you have not been to our channel before, we do a lot of teaching. So if you're interested in learning how to do miniature painting, or if you've never done it before, this is the channel. We love explaining stuff and helping people. And the whole channel is like this. Everybody who's watching is also helpful. And we're all teaching each other, so you have a good idea yourself, you can pipe in and let us know. All right, so these are like crow skulls or something like that, some kind of crow. Yeah, so I'm gonna make these feathers here like a dark bluey greeny color. I think we'll start with this navy blue.
Good evening, Teviston.
Hey, Teviston. Actually, the navy blue is not dark enough, I don't think. So we'll go with the deep blue to start. Yes, and I do teach at conventions, that's right. So you can actually meet me in person and get some of the same training, and it will help everything that you've been learning here. There we go. This will be, yes, this will be the first time of this year, the first time ever of teaching at both Nova and at Gen Con. I've been to Gen Con many times, but I've never taught there before. So this is the deep sea, or no, not deep sea blue, it's deep blue, it's called. It's got a lot of green in it. It's like a Prussian blue. And I think these, yeah, that's going to be the perfect color. Add a small amount of this purple with it just to help it. Nope, I don't need any purple actually. Hey, Genuine Vision, how is it going? Is it really silly early in the morning for you? Genuine Vision, guys, give him a follow. He just made 2,500 followers.
What?
So he's gonna be, yep, super happy for him. Now, I don't know, Jen, did you already have your 2,500 follower party, or are you going to be having it? Is this a belated congrats? Super, super stoked.
Are you gonna do a meetup at Gen Con this year, Shoshie?
I will. I don't know when though yet. It kind of depends on my schedule. I will be doing, so one of the things you'll be able to meet me, I'm going to be doing volunteering for the miniature hobby events. And so I'll be doing demos. I'll be doing ACES. If you've ever heard of ACES, it's charity painting thing. So we're a whole bunch of, like, I guess, I don't know, invited painters get to work on pieces that are then get auctioned off, I guess, for charity. I think that's how it works. There we go. That's so pretty. I love that. You know what? I'm changing this to that color because I think these need to be that blue color so that it'll all go together. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's constantly working back and forth. This is because I don't have a plan. I just kind of have something in my head going, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. And because of that, I keep going back and forth with things. So may end up looking like a crazy mess, but the good thing about this funeral witch is she is mine. She's not a commission. She's just a personal piece. Jan is amazing. Yay, not yet this coming Saturday, Sunday. Awesome. By the way, if you're Australian, follow Genuine Visions. He is on Asian time, which is really close to the oceanic time zones. So he's a lot easier for some of the Australians to watch.
Illuminous.
Bye, Luminous. I don't say it right.
Is he Vietnamese?
I don't know.
Because Ing or Thai, I can't remember. It's one of the two.
I don't know. He doesn't seem to mind whatever I call him, so it's a good thing. All right. All right, that looks much better to me. So these colors look so much better when they're wet. Oh, I just got her foot blue. Okay. In shadow anyway. All right, I'm ready. Let's do this since we're already working with that color. We'll make that whole thing this blue, navy blue color. All right, have a safe drive too, in Luminous. Woo, wink. Modernized Psycho says, that's what happens when I plan on a new music cover. I decide on one song, then browse tabs and chords for it, then get sidetracked and do a completely different song. Yes, That's very similar to how I am painting this particular model. And it's not always like that. Like with the Fang and Hood, I've got some box art to look at, and that makes things go so much faster because I'm not completely changing my color story in the middle. But yeah. Modernized Psycho, you're a musician of some kind. You're some sort of music artist. That's awesome. This channel, we were talking about how we're thinking about doing not quite song requests, but definitely, you know, using some kind of Twitch playlist so that you get to hear something other than this playlist that we've got going right now, which is good, but it's been played quite a bit. Yes, I like that color.
King says it's an old name from an obscure anime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm adding a little bit of that purple in again, because that blue was a bit intense. Make it more of a lilac. Right. Sophia's home from work. I can hear her. Nope. I can see there's a little blob of something on her arm there that I need to go ahead and get rid of. Sometimes these things happen. Stick to the plan, chums. Yep. Okay, let's see how that looks together. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That looks nice. Now I'm not liking the smoke at all. What's going on? I'm gonna do something radical here, guys. Radical. When you are frustrated with something, go a different direction. I'm just gonna try it and go for it. So I'm gonna look for a gray. I'm gonna look for this beautiful gray coat gray, which has a lot of blue undertones to it. We're gonna pull this out. It's a P3, so it's got a satin finish, and I'm just gonna go all over this entire smoke with it and cover up all that, because it's driving me crazy of all the colors. It just was not working. Nothing's working. Now some of these colors might come like bleed through and underneath, and that's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna be too unhappy if it does that. I want just my smoke to be mostly grays. Lurk mode activated, Rhyme. Okay, that's awesome. I don't mind anybody lurking. You can lurk away. You learn plenty lurking. Sometimes it's nice just having somebody to listen to while you're painting. And then you can look up and see what's going on sometimes. Okay, I'm just covering it all. None of this was working for me. And I think the biggest reason why it wasn't working is it was getting so chalky, and I did not like it. There we go. We're going to get rid of all of it, all of the color. And what I will probably do is 2-brush blend my colors down into it like before, but it'll be all P3 instead of some colors. Just certain techniques, it does not, I mean, certain techniques don't work. And I think the technique that I was trying with this flat color was just a 2-brush blending technique that wasn't jiving. There's a big mold line I need to get rid of. Hold on. Mold line. I was gonna say, oh, okay, she's gonna reprime it. Well, it's not exactly repriming it, but might as well be the same thing. We're just starting with a P3. Get rid of this mold line. There we go. Get rid of all the little fuzzies. Today I went to the hardware store to get some flowers. We're slowly building up flowers in the yard and in the backyard. And I'm using my Mother's Day money on it that my mom gave me. And I went and I saw a bird bath that I really wanted. And I asked them how much it was, and they said it was $69. And I was like, that's a little much. But you know, I was gonna get a cheap one, a little tiny bird bath for like $29 instead. And they said, tell you what, that's the last one we have, and we don't feel like ordering more. So how about you take that one and we let you have it for $20? And I was like, yes. So I got this big, awesome stone or ceramic bird bath for $20. Like worth almost $70. But that's how much they were retailing it for in the beginning. I'm psyched. We're gonna have a whole bird extravaganza back in the backyard for the kitties to watch, like cat TV. This music is great, Mike. This is very ethereal music that I'm listening to too.
I like it. It's a good Pandora station I made.
Yeah. Maybe look at going with grays and purples. Yes, I think so. I think the smoke needs to be lighter, but not too much lighter because I don't want to draw too much attention.
Robbie K1000 says, hello. I found your YouTube channel about a month ago, and this is the first time I'm able to catch your stream. Excited to be here. I'm going to Gen Con for the first time this year. Sadly, waited too long to sign up for your skin painting class. I underestimated how quickly events would fill up.
Oh, I know. They sign up, those things fill up so fast, like usually within the first day. But Robbie, if you come to the class anyway, a lot of times people don't realize how busy they're going to be during Gen Con, and they'll sign up for classes and realize there's something else really cool going on at the same time, and they'll end up not showing up, and there's space in my class. So if you come to the event, bring generics, and if I have space, I'll let you sit in and you can pay me the generics. And sometimes I'll like bring enough for extra, just in case. And even if I do have a full class, I may still be able to squeeze you in if I have enough models. So just the only thing is, if you come to the skin painting class, you need to bring your own brushes. That's a big thing, because I don't want people sharing brushes, because gross and con crud. Yep. All right, we've got that all nice and painted now. It's nice and gray. I like that. I think we want to keep that grays, mostly grays. Let's see if I can add just a little tiny bit of purple and see what happens. Maybe too much purples. I think what it needs is a little bit of frostbite. Yeah, frostbite is a light blue. And actually, there's a new paint. It's got just a smidge of metallic in it. It's a galvanized steel. It's like a demi-metallic because it's not 100% metallic. I think I'm gonna try some of this.
Artie Wolf says to remind him when you're at Nova to show him one of his dogs. He loves watching Animal Planet shows. He goes absolutely nuts. It's hilarious.
That's great. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Definitely. You remind me because I'm gonna forget. All right, a little bit of gray and a little bit of this galvanized steel. Ooh, it's, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's just the finest. Look at that, see? It's just, I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer. It's just a little bit of shimmer in that. Pretty. Let's do a little bit more. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's do a little bit more of that purple in there. A smidge. That's good. Pretty smoke. A little shimmery and like I said, it's a demi metallic. It is a metallic, but it's very subtle. Since I'm talking about cats watching the birds, oh yeah. They do watch the birds a little bit. Not as much as I thought they would, but the birds are, I enjoy watching the birds more than the cats do, so that's at least worth it. We have cardinals, we have mourning doves, we have grackles, which it's funny because a lot of people don't like grackles, but I do. I like them a lot. We have, that's so nice. Look at that. We've got red-winged blackbirds, which are really new for me to have because they're a country bird, and we have always lived too far inside the city limits for red-winged blackbirds to come around. And now we're on the edge of town, and it's nice. I feel like it needs something else. Where's that? We need the frostbite. Here it is. Oh, underbelly blue is actually a good one too. This one has not been opened. Geeky McFangirl, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that. Did we not get an alert?
Oh, you don't hear the sound.
Oh, that's right.
Those don't show up in the chat. So
oh, they don't? Okay. So underbelly blue is an opaque.
Tropic says that's a cool effect.
Yeah, it is. I like it. Look at that. Ooh, and it looks even better with that underbelly on there. It looks smoky at least, huh? I like how P3s blend. And just a smidge of purple. Yeah, that feels better. It's still not 100% what I'm going for, but it's at least looking better. This is the underbelly up here. Yay. Okay. Do a little bit of this. This is the galvanized steel. This is the one with the metallic in it. I'm just putting this on the highlighted spots. And a little purples. Purples. The underbelly blue and the galvanized steel definitely add depth to the piece, and it makes it look more 3D. Yes, that is a really good way of describing it, and that's maybe what I was needing and wanting to see. Because it was like looking flat, wasn't it? Or something was just not right with it. Here's the underbelly again. Ooh. Yeah, it's that contrast. It was contrast that we needed. One thing that's really nice about those P3s is that the drying time is nice. You have a long drying time. This is the underbelly, and it's really popping, isn't it? Yes. Mix a little purple with the galvanized to get sort of that metallic-y, keen, purpled. Try underbelly blue on the edge of this.
Artie Wolf says, wonders if the white alchemy would add something to the grays to give it that smoky, ghostly look.
The white alchemy would, but it's so bright. I want to wait and add that as that final ding. It is really, really bright. And I don't want to add it too soon, or I could end up losing all that contrast. Yeah, I do think I will add a little bit, but just not yet. Okay, hold on, I gotta take my glasses off for this bit. This is the underbelly. Yeah, I need to desaturate the heck out of that. When you add white or you add black to something, it does desaturate it. Let's add a little bit of navy to the underbelly. It makes a very pretty color. Might be too intense for what I'm doing, but try that. No, it's not so bad. Now it makes me want to put some on here. Okay. Let me fix this little bit on her arm that's bugging me. This is with a little bit of this P3 Arctic Flesh. It's a little darker. Hopefully that's all I need to wipe away my little purple mistake over here. Good. I know some people that will make it a tattoo or something like that. If they get a mistake like that, they won't spend the time to try to just layer it back on. We'll let that dry and then we'll put another little layer on, see what happens. I'm not too worried about it if it does have a little spot on it. Her toe stuff is starting to wear off a little bit though. That's a little more concerning. I don't want that to happen. I don't want her to have naked toes. Okay, all the toes are needing help. And the purple foot down here too. Naked toes and purple feet. I'm gonna make those a little bit more pink. All right, now I think she's getting really close to being done. I need to go in. I'm gonna use a little umber mixed with a little bit of this blue, just to make some of these feathers a little bit more desaturated. See that? How that makes the other ones pop forward a lot more. You desaturate stuff, they will go into the shadows. And umber and this blue make this gorgeous kind of brown color. Put it up close to the raven skulls, whatever they are. Yes. Putting the same brown down into the crevices of her purple dress, because I feel like that satin color is working really, really nice. Now it's getting more rich. See how it's making those colors go down into the recesses? Sorry, I don't know what I just said. It is, there we go. Making the shadows recess. That's what I was trying to say. And I'm hoping it won't dry chalky. Like, that's what was kind of bugging me about it before. All right. Let's do these skulls. I think I want to do them an ivory color. But I need to, let's see, I'm going to start with a dirty ivory and then work up to a light ivory. Does anybody have any questions for me, Mike? Because I am digging in my paint thing here. Did everybody?
Well, actually, Ryan says, recalls holding a miniature in his hand a year ago that you painted. While it was good, I wasn't impressed with it. As I've lurked, watched your stream since then, I've been impressed and amazed at how much better you've become.
Yay.
Substantially better. Actually, I'm impressed by your work now. Again, I hope this encourages you.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I will be the first to say that I, sometimes I consider myself the Justin Bieber of painting. I'm not that good, but I'm really popular. You know? Mike's shaking his head. So yeah, I think I've been improving quite a bit too. And that's the thing, I mean, I'm here not to be like Miss Expert or anything, but just to show you that hard work and perseverance and also going to workshops, basically diligently training is what has set me apart and has helped me learn. I mean, I used to be just Joe average painter. Actually, not even that, because I didn't start out as a miniature painter at all. I've only been painting minis in the last 5 years. And I've had to totally basically teach myself a brand new medium because I've always painted 2D in the past. So I had to translate all those skills into 3D, which is not easy. But all of the teachers that I've had and the classes I've had have really started paying off. And yeah, I feel like I've gotten a lot better, and just in the last year. It's those little things that you kind of just finally click that make it look like big leaps, but it's many, many, many small leaps. Nope, that's a feather. I accidentally painted a feather. All right, that's really light. It's kind of drawing my eye down there, so I'm gonna have to dirty that up with a wash or something. But I want it to start out light so I can get it dirty.
Pigment painting miniature
Hey,
says
Les
that.
Bursley. Good to see you. Les is one of my teachers that I learned from. I learned a lot about airbrushing from him. He streams now and then. You can give him a follow because he's awesome. Really good teacher. Really patient with people too.
You welcome the people from Geeky McFangirl, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I
Just
did.
want to make sure.
Yeah, they had a host for me, so I really appreciated that. All right, we gotta let that dry. Yeah, Les, how has it been? What you been up to? Do you have any advice? Well, I guess I got kind of where I've got it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch a few. I'm gonna try to figure out where my light source is and catch a little bit of highlights now. Do a little bit on the edge of the feathers in places here. It's so hard to paint on stream sometimes because I can't get as close to it as I'd like. Okay. I found that learning to paint minis has helped me heaps with my 2D art. So this is what I've learned, that anytime you do art, it will help you with your other art. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, for instance, Diomedes Industries is a leather worker. And when he is getting better and better at his leather working, for whatever reason, that's gonna make his painting better, and vice versa. If he works on his painting, that's gonna make his leather working better. It's just a weird thing. That's how art works and how creativity works. And you know, somehow it all correlates, you know? You can be a musician and work in that medium for a while and then switch to painting. I think it all comes from the same place, you know? Get all metaphysical on you. All right, let's see how this looks next to her. All right. Les Bursley, if you are here, what do you think about this smoke? I've been fighting with it. I've redone it. I can't seem to make it look like smoke the way I want it to. I feel like it needs an airbrush, but I don't know what to do with it. It's an incense, so it needs to look light and airy. I think we need to take it up some values, maybe. I think that's maybe my problem, is I don't always work in a lot of strong values. Let's try, I don't want to work with white. Let's do ivory. Diomedes says, that's nice of you to say, and I agree for others. But when I paint minis, it looks like I dip them. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. That's a little dried out. Gross. Did you see that, Mike?
Yeah.
Look on cam.
Yeah, that's gross.
So the thing about P3 though is that I can probably reconstitute that with a little water, because it does, even though it's pretty gloppy, it will hopefully thin out on my palette, especially since I'm using a wet palette. All right, let's attempt this. Let's attempt to bring up the values, because we have like 2 values on this thing, like hardly. Let's see what happens when we do this. A lot of times, if something's not working, it's because, at least for me, it's because of my values. Cosmic says, I don't think my painting has helped my woodworking. Oh, I hope, well, maybe it will in the future though. You don't know until you've been doing it for a while. Sometimes it does.
Artie Wolf says he actually thinks you took a major step forward when you jumped and started doing non-metallic metals when chat urged you to. I think that jump has changed some of the ways you look at your painting.
I think so. I think I think so. That was a huge step of bravery for me, really. I think what it also did is it encouraged me to just kind of go for it, which I think everybody should practice bravery for sure when you're painting. And I think that's another thing is why I've been taking chat's ideas a little bit more sometimes, is because you know what, you can't, I mean, I can't really mess it up. I mean, I can, but I can always just paint back over it, right? So why not give it a go? Right. We're getting our values, that's for sure. Look at this. One of the things I feel like I still need to practice is my blending. Genuine Vision says, started to pack up my studio and, oh, Robbie K just subscribed. Hold on one second. I'm gonna finish reading Jan's thought.
And Telebadger also subscribed.
Ah, you guys are...
Resubscribed.
Telebadger. And Robbie K, 1000. I made a big B there and a little B next to each other. 1000. I got so excited about you subscribing, Robbie, that I gave you both capital and lowercase b's. And Jen says, packed up a studio and minis. We're moving back to Ireland. Not easy. Keep leaving stuff out. Well, I might paint this one and this any and this one and this one and this one too much. I know, right? I know. You just have to pare it away, right? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing. Let's see. You know, and here's the other funny thing that I've noticed about my painting, guys, is my painting is not linear. Sometimes I will paint something that's amazing, and then, you know, a month later I'll paint something and it'll be complete crap and I can't stand it. And I'm not sure what to do about that yet, except for just go with it. Just, you know, just move on, do the next mini. Keep hoping that you get more good ones and less bad ones, but also not being harsh on myself too about those ones that are not so great. I'm just always trying to push for the best I can. I don't know if you guys have that or not. If you have that where your head is leveled, you feel like you can see exactly what you want in your brain, but you can't make it happen. I feel like that's where I'm at right now, to be honest. I mean, aside from Queen of Hearts, who I felt was great, I feel like I haven't made anything that I've been really super successful with. Hard to admit. So much stuff. I know. It's like you're taking the hoard with you, huh? I sold a lot of my stuff, Jan. That helped a lot. But I did keep a lot as well. I like those values a whole lot better. It's looking more like smoke. Painting Miniature says, me too. What's with that? I don't know. If I could tell you. And it seems cyclical. It seems like it's something that comes and goes. And I'll have just about the time when I start feeling good about my painting again and start kind of getting a little cocky about it. I'll learn something new and then I'll be back to start, you know, where I just feel like everything is crap. But that's the thing. That's why I think that's why we're artists. We don't ever stop learning. We don't ever get to. We hopefully don't ever get to that pinnacle where we feel like we're masters, because we're constantly students. And that's my philosophy anyway. I feel like if I get too complacent, that's when my work will suffer, and I'll just like, can't do that. Can't get complacent. I like that smoke. That feels like smoke, doesn't it? Get some purples in there. We need some purples on this side. I'm really bad about painting the fronts and not the backs. Put those purples in the lower parts of the mini, the more crevicey parts. That's a technical term, crevicey part. You guys get to see a side of me that nobody online gets to see, because when I'm out there promoting myself and, you know, basically advertising my commission services, you guys get to see the real me, the artist me that is like super like angsty and fussy about my work and self-critical. And you haven't seen me throw a mini across the room yet.
You've never done that.
I have felt like it. I've certainly dropped minis across the room. Hardy Wolf says, see, that's how bad I am. Man, I gotta set up the notifications more with my favorite streamers, yes. Pigment Painting Miniature says, maybe it's the universe's way of taking us down a peg. Yes, and I feel bad for like Aussies, Canadians, people in those Commonwealth countries, because you guys have that thing called tall poppy syndrome, where even if you are really, 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 really good at something, it's like really difficult to be publicly good at it because other people will take you down a peg. I've seen it. I've seen it in certain Australian painting groups. Yeah. I feel bad. In the US, you can be good at stuff at least and not be too, well, people say, you know what, it's across the world. I'll have to say that. It's everywhere. As soon as you start getting too good at something, people will start, you'll collect the haters. Oh, I like that. I feel like I want to make that. Let's see. Let's look at that. Let me add a little bit of this ivory and see what happens. The very tops. Maybe it will look cool, that purple. Hopefully it won't bring down my value any. Yeah, I think I like that because it kind of goes with everything else too. Cosmos says, I like that I have something to aspire to. I think that being the best must be hard. Exactly. I've actually talked to some very, very famous miniature painters that said something to that effect. There's such a high expectation on them they aren't allowed to fail in public anymore. And they said one of them said something. They said, enjoy where you are right now. If I could go back and just be where you are at right now, I would really like that. And I was like really surprised to hear that from them. And that kind of made this resolve in me that I'm never gonna tout myself as a master, because I don't want to ever get to the point where I can't fail in public. I need to be able to fail in public, because in order to be a good teacher, I feel like, at least the kind of teacher I want to be, is I need to be able to fail in public so that people can see it's okay, and that's actually how you learn. All people who've learned anything have failed first. And Alfonso Giraldes, one of my favorite painters, he says you either become a master by failing 1,000,000 times, or you find a teacher who has failed 1,000,000 times. So that's pretty, I like that. Let's put some ivory on top of that. Bring it up one more level. Bing, bing, bing. See how many times I had to fail to get this? This looks more like smoke than any of the other renditions.
Robbie says he understands your frustration. He's a professional 3D artist. If he gets stuck on something, he'll walk away from it and come back to it later with a fresher eye.
Yeah.
Because the smoke is looking awesome.
Cosmo says, Guy Fieri says everybody hates on him because he wears sunglasses on the back of his head. Yeah, but he's a really, really good chef, and he wouldn't be where he's at if he wasn't, right? And the other thing is he's authentic. I mean, he's being himself, isn't he? All right, let's try a wash on these bird heads because they're way too bright. And that is definitely satiny, isn't it? I'm gonna try a little Agraxar shade. I don't know if that's gonna be right or not. I need to put that in the Wavy. We can try out the Wavy. Look at that, it's so bright on camera. Robbie K says, I understand you for, oh yeah, he said that. I think the smoke is looking awesome. That's awesome, thank you, I appreciate that. There we go, good bird heads. Bird heads, bird heads. That's not the lyrics. That does look good right there with that. All right, let it dry. Hardy Wolf says, everyone needs to remember that no one's perfect. Everyone fails, and it's what you learn from that failure that makes you better. And Cosmo says, great philosophy. Yes. All right, so we got this side is done. Now let's see if I can do the next side. It's got a little tiny bit of blues. Curious. Yeah, that actually looks nice. Do a little transition-y blue into that gray. Okay, 5 minutes till done?
Yep.
Woo! All right,
Bye.
I want you guys to start helping me look for someone to host. You know, we could host Nikki. She just did make partners, so maybe. Well,
Modernized Psycho says, always felt the best way to learn is through trial and error, and lost a few art pieces that was digitally working on in that process. We go to Sketchbook app and get mad because something wouldn't look right after a few attempts and bowls of ramen. He would see the mistake and try to fix it as much as possible.
Awesome. Yes, that's a really good philosophy too. Oops. I'm whispering Nikki to see if she is up for staying up a little bit more. And otherwise, I'm going to look for someone else. Let's look for somebody who needs the help. Let's see. This has been a very fun stream, guys. I've been really enjoying your company. I really hope that you'll come back on Friday and see us. Let's see, Fancy Unicorn, she usually finishes about when we do. there's a gal called Mage Weave Designs. She's doing Adeptus Custodes bike and build, and she has 2 viewers right now. Let's host her. She seems cool. Mage Weave Designs. Right. Otherwise, if I hear anything from Nikki, it looks like she hasn't messaged me back. So we're gonna host Mage Weave Designs, and I want you guys to type "Mad Love" from Shoshie's Minis with hearts, so that she'll know that we are rating her. There we go. All right, good night, everybody. Here we go. We're gonna start rating. Type "Mad Love" from Shoshie's Minis. There we go. Copy and paste that before the rating gets over with. There we go.
Like 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Say goodbye.
Bye.